Hello everybody, this is Bad at Video Games, and today we're going to review Forza Horizon 3. Forza Horizon 3, the third one in the Horizon series, is one of the many Microsoft racing games that include the Forza Motorsport series that goes 1 through 6, and Apex on the PC, the Project Gotham series, and the Rally Motorsport series. Of all these games, we can see that there's a history of Microsoft trying to make various kinds of games that try to be as interesting as possible, offering a variety of driving experiences, not limited just to racing cars in tracks and in very high performance settings. One of the things that Forza Horizon 3 has done is be, in a way, the culmination of all these three things. It has the style and flair of the Project Gotham series, which was obviously picked up from it's been continued from the Horizon 1 and 2. On the other hand, it also has a certain degree of simulation. There's a lot of customization that you can do. There's an incredible variety of things that can be seen, done, and modified on your cars. You can change body kits, you can change the gear ratios, you can change the height of your ride, the size of your rims, every single thing in the game. It also has an open world, which you can see here. This is the map, where you can go into different kinds of races, complete those races, open new events, find collectibles like these travel discount boards or XP boards, and hidden cars that you can only get if you find them around these places. So first of all, we're going to go to one while I explain this. The variety, the package of Horizon 3 includes the basic game, and if you're willing to spring for it, there's a VIP package, and then there's a season pass, or a car pass as they call it. There's a few caveats that need to be explained about this. The VIP pass will get you free cars. It will also give you extra spins, a little bit more credits when you're racing, and things like that, like liveries and extra chances at the auction house. It's an alright deal, it's not necessary. It'll get you one extra car park, so more cars for you to play with. But it's not necessary, it's not one of those things that will make or break the game. The car pass might seem like a good idea, but considering the game has about 360 cars as is, you're not gonna be using all of the cars unless you're absolutely sure that you love the game. And even then, that season pass won't get you all car packs. It will only get you a set amount of them. Afterwards, all other car packs you will have to buy one by one. So be careful about that. It's been catching some people off guard since since Forza 6. I think Horizon also did the same thing, Horizon 2, but I'm not entirely sure. So you have to be careful about that. The best deal, which is the $100 package, includes the season pass, the VIP package, and the game. Okay? Is it the best deal? That's up to you. Overall, I would say that if you're not planning on clocking about 600, 700 hours into this game, don't even think about it. Just wait, get the base game, and then as you go forward, you can decide if you want more things to do. The VIP pass, you want to get it on its own. If you enjoy the game and you think it's worth it, yeah, why not? It's not too expensive. It's not too bad. You can just get that and, have a few more cars, get extra spins. So that's actual things that happen in game. However, that means that you're slightly paying to win. Keep that in mind. But, well, what are you gonna do? That's the nature of the beast. Now, let's go into the meat and potatoes of the game. The game is an open world, as you can see from what I've been playing. It has circuit races, it has off-road challenges, it has ridiculous funny things called bucket challenges, which are small little like things that you have to do. It sets you a goal and you have a time limit. It could be achieve a certain number of drifts, or a certain amount of destruction, or a skill chain, or just race to here or race to there. But most of them are doable. Some of them are frustrating, but it's not because they're unfair. It might have to do more with your skill with the car. Because it's not a car you're familiar with, it might make you not enjoy it, but your mileage may vary. Maybe you enjoy just switching cars, or you'll be like, okay, I'll buy that car, I'll practice, and then I'll go and do the thing. Here we're gonna see what happens when you find a barn, which is basically, you get a little story. This is really cool. Each car has a small story. So look at this. Oh god, I love that.
That's an FX. That's the first ute Holden ever made. That is Australia's gift to the motoring world, right there. However, this one smells like it's had goats living in it.
Okay, so these cars, you unlock them, but you have to wait for them to be repaired. And it's not too long, it's fine.
I'll take it back to the garage.
So that's one of the things. Let's look at the cars that are available so you can get an idea of what's in here. And there's a big omission, and I'm absolutely sure of what's going to happen, and I don't like it. I'll tell you as we get there. So, let's say we want to buy a car. Oh, I need to go to an auto show. That's fine. Let's do that. So we're going to try fast travel. Fast travel is in the game. I don't recommend it because it costs money, and you're going to miss. The fact that you're racing, running around and stuff will earn you skill points that you can trade in for little boosts to your character, to your festival, and I'll show them in a few minutes. But first, let's go into cars. Why? Because this is a racing game, okay? And cars, first thing you will notice. So we have things like Abarth, Alfa Romeo, Alumni, Craft, AMC, so you know, Aerial Cars, Aston Martin, Audi, BAC, Baldwin Motorsport, Fowler, Bugatti, Cadillac, Catherman, Chevrolet, Chrysler, Datsun, Dodge, Donkervoort, Ferrari, Fiat, Ford, GMC, GTA, Hennessy, Holden, Honda, HSV, Hummer, I'm gonna buy this one, Infiniti, Jaguar, Jeep, Koenigsegg, KTM, Lamborghini, Lancia, Land Rover, Lexus, Local Motors, Lotus, Maserati, Mazda, McLaren, Mercedes, AMG, and Mercury, MG, Mini, Mitsubishi, Nissan, Noble, Oldsmobile, Opel, Pagani, Penhall, Peugeot, Plymouth, Pontiac, and do you notice one was missing? Yeah, that's Porsche, or however you want to pronounce it. That's a big omission. In the last game, in Forza 6, Porsche came out as an expansion with a few more tracks, but it was like $40–30. So I'm not sure how many people got it. And it came in at the end of the life of the product before this came out. So I don't agree with that move. So what's going to happen? I don't know. But I'm pretty sure they will be like, oh, we just got the rights for Porsche. Now you can buy Porsche for $30 and maybe a few challenges or barnstorms or something. The problem with that is that it's encouraging a business model that's really annoying. So that's one of the lows that the game has. There's a lot of microtransactions. Cars, you have to get in packs or individual. But packs, are they really better if you're getting 3-4 cars you won't use and then one you will? I don't know. That's one of the questions. So let's keep them going. We have Ram, Renault, Rolls-Royce, Celine, Shelby, SRT, Subaru, Tesla, Toyota, TVR, Ultima, Vauxhall, Volvo, and W Motors. Some of these things only have one car, as you can see. And this one has 1, 2, 3, and this one has, you see. So that's one of the things that's weird. Like, we don't have Porsche, but we have cars that like really obscure ones. But let's see. So you can get supercars, retro cars, hypercars, retro saloons, fancy utility, Asian sports car, European sports cars, super saloons, classic racer, cult classics, ray classics, hot hatch, retro hot hatch, super hot hatch, extreme track toys, classic muscle, rods and customs, retro muscle, modern muscle, retro rally, classic rally, rally monsters, modern rally, GT, super GT, extreme off-road, sports utility heroes, off-road buggies, and that's it. So there's variety. If you want to race pickup trucks, go ahead. You want to race in a SUV, go ahead. A Japanese super racer, go ahead. There's something for you everywhere. Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the variety we have here. There's things from several years, several like famous cars. We have Pagani Sondas. We have everything here. That one's DLC, as you can tell. This is from the pre-order. There's many things here. The prices, I don't know how I feel about having to buy cars in a game that you already bought, but whatever. I mean, you're not buying, but it's still like a gate to stop you from getting like the best cars. But at the same time, it's ridiculous. Because, well, we all want the Centenario, don't we? But, well, so these are the cars in the game. However, look at this. Have new cars. And these cars include the Vulcan, the Coupe, the F12 TDF, the Falcon GTF, the Interceptor, Jesus Christ, the Spano, the CJ5 Renegade, the Koenigsegg Regera, the Lamborghini Aventador, the Lotus 340R, or 340R, the Pagani Huayra, whatever, and the Evo Coupe 1020. These cars, let's look at each one. Let's say we want this one. Okay, so this is in pesos, but basically this is the car park. The car pack is like $6, and the car pass is like 20. Okay. Yeah. So the car pack gets you all those cars, but you can't get just one car. Or you can get the car pass, and it's gonna get you. What is it gonna get you? 6 monthly car packs at one low price. So now that I look at this, getting a car pack like this, it might not be the best of idea. If you're already going to be forced to get all of them just to get the one car you actually want, might as well spring for this. Okay? Yes, we are being nickeled and done. It's one of the things I don't like, but we'll see. That's not the only way you can acquire cars. Auction houses will have exclusive cars. They're called unicorn cars, and you can't get them anywhere. The problem is that the auction house has always turned into a secondary market where people are hostile to the stream. Like, they have absolutely no chill. They will exploit the system. They will be prowling and taking advantage of people that don't know what their cars are worth. Super cheap, and then sell them for, like, flip them. Yes, this is a normal thing to do, but it means on a unicorn car, unless you're dedicating a ton of time to the auction house, don't even bother. We're gonna see some of the prices. Okay? So this is a Berlinetta. That's not too bad. That's 209,000. Look at this. 3,575,000 for that car. I've been playing non-stop and I only have 500,000. But, well, we'll see. 358,000. And you'll find tons and tons and tons like this, okay? The problem is, oh, I want this Vanquish. This. Let's buy it. And there's always someone sniping it. And it'll push the price up, and if you're not built for auctions, you're gonna have a very bad time. So you can see I tried to buy a car, it never came through. I wanted this thing, but you know. So let's go so you can see what happens when we go to the rare cars. 1,100,000, 5,500,000, 234 because you can find this one. 5,500,000, and it has a credit boost, as you can see. That one has a skill boost. This one has an XP boost. in a drift skills boost, and so on and so forth. And that's why they're so freaking expensive. Okay? So, yeah, be careful how you play because you might end up fleecing yourself. Now, barn finds, let's look at it. So, look at this. These are the cars that you can just sort of kind of find in the game, like the Dino, the Charger, the Reliant Supervan 3. This one's ready to collect. Oh, okay. Let's pick it up.
This thing was so quick back in the 60s that every crook had one for a getaway car. So the police started driving them too. See? Car culture. Bringing people together since 1959.
So those are like little stories in the game, and they're actually kind of cool. So that's a little bit of the market, the system. Part stripping and cataloging. Okay, the Holden's not yet delivered to me. Keep going. Yeah. So that's the auto show. We're gonna get back to my car, and we're gonna go and do stuff around. Activities you can do in the game include basic running, racing, I mean. Also, we have challenges. We set a bucket challenge. Let's try and find one. Oh, yeah, Anna. Anna is a navigation system that will let you, or help you find things to do. So you can just ask her, what should I do? Or set a route to the nearest something, or I need fans, or start matchmaking for X or Y thing. So let's see what I should do. Supposedly it works with Kinect. It doesn't really work sometimes. And okay, there's a showcase, so let's do that one. Showcases are like boss battles. They're like what marks the separation between like phases of the game, and it's very, very flimsy plot. However, the plot is unobtrusive. It's just an excuse for having people racing around Australia. Why? Because apparently we are event coordinators, I don't know how to call it, like organizers for the Forza Horizon Festival, and we're racing into the very thing and winning prizes. Yeah, that's not a conflict of interest at all. Anyways, so that's the plot. That's about as complicated as it gets. But it gives you the chance to do things like chase a helicopter while on a car, on a buggy. It's a pretty exciting race. It's not a hard one, but it's fun. It's really, really fun. Now, if you can see on the top middle, there was that little semicircle and it says Great Skill Chain. So, when I do crazy things like drive too close to someone, break things, drift, tap somebody, things like that, I start accumulating a multiplayer, so you can see there. Okay. And then I crash. If you crash, hit a car too hard, or do something stupid, the XP will be docked. If you actually succeed, then you will get, eventually, you will fill the bar and you will get one of these. Let me show you. If you go into progress, you will find it. You will go into a skill shop. In the skill shop, we have skill 3s. It's a bit of an RPG thing. It's not really that complicated. But basically, Festival Boss gives you things like new horns, gives you extra credits for completing Blueprint Bucket List, which is like a race that you set up with friends in multiplayer. We'll see that soon. If you go into this one, if you're one of the people that do customization on cars, this will boost your sales. This one will get you your destination vote will count more. So if you want to vote something, you can say, no, I don't want to do this, and then they'll have to outvote you by more people. If you're... Ooh, I actually want this one. Every time you're hired, you will get a boost. I'll explain that soon. And there's a lot of those, like here. In the end, you get up to this one, it's a car, and these ones are like temporary boosts. Each one costs 10 skill points, and that means that you can repeat them over and over whenever you need them. The skill 3, however, is the one I recommend you focus your ideas, your time on, because by upping the amount of skills you get, you up the amount of skill points you get. So, and by doing that, you can get more points that you can use to buy more skill shop things. And ideally, you want to top all of these, and then you'll top the other one. So, what do? They give you credits like skill songs. Skill songs are songs that will play randomly during the game, and will let you. Jesus, what do you call this? they let you get more points, higher multiplier faster, okay? And the other ones is like your near miss are 10% more. Your in a convoy, which I'll explain soon, is 10 more XP. Well, actually, a convoy is easy. When you see cars with a little D symbol, if you blow your horn, they will blow it back, and then they'll join you, and you can raise them, or you could just cruise around with them. They will also find secrets for you. So yeah, it's things like that. Like your jumps are 20% more. This one makes that your chain, like it takes 1 second longer to end. So if you're in a stretch of road and it's clear and then you can see something, you can do it and that'll be good. Your skill multiplier builds twice as fast, things like that. Obviously, the higher you get in the chain, the more expensive they are. Again, a car and then one at a time things. Okay? And finally, instant rewards. This is just basic. Get more XP. Get more credits, get a wheel spin, things like that. It's not too complicated. You get wheel spins by leveling up your XP. There's 3 currencies in the game. There's actual currency, which you will use to buy cars, to buy parts, things like that. Then there's XP, which ups your character level, which lets you access more races, and also gives you a wheel spin. A wheel spin will let you get money or a car. If you have a VIP pass, you get 2 more. Well, every time you level, you get 2 spins instead of 1, which is actually kind of cool. What else? XP, credits, and what's the other one? There's a third. Oh, the skill points one. And that's the one you use to buy these things. So, oh no, and fans. I forgot about fans. Fans are the lifeblood of the game. It's how you progress the story and open more challenges and open more venues and things like that and more songs. And it's accumulated by doing races, by beating people, by doing bucket list challenges, all those things, okay? So right now we're gonna go into a race, which is gonna be the showcase, so you can see how the game works. So we're gonna sign, and let's see what happens. I haven't done this because once you do it, it's repeatable, but you don't get the same excitement. So let's see what happens. Also, as you can see, the graphics are beautiful. They're amazing. They're one of the best I have seen in a racing game, especially an open world one in a console. So here we go. That's a train. Okay.
It's a freight train. Brilliant, isn't it?
Word
of warning, though. The course we designed crosses the tracks. You might want to get to those bits before it does.
Okay, so this is what it has. Its Fast and the Furious thing. It does inherit a lot of its DNA from the Need for Speed series and the Fast and the Furious movies. It's not a bad thing. I mean, what's more exciting than racing against a train? I can't think of anything as cool as this. But at the same time, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. So let's see how we do. The game doesn't particularly care about... Oh, look at this. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, so it has its very high adrenaline moment. And one of the problems I have, and it's one of the reasons you can't hear the music very well, is that YouTube will absolutely wreck my account if it listens to the music and says, oh, that has a claim. So the music is really good. It's some of the best soundtracks I have heard. You have choices between dubstep and rap and rock and roll and bass, drum and bass, and things like that. You have a lot of stuff, hip hop, classical music even, which is, some people listen to it ironically. I actually like it. So there you have it. Yeah. Oh god, what's gonna happen there? Oh my god, they're not gonna make me. Oh god, off-road! Oh god. Okay. The music, the graphics, they add a lot to the game. Now, this is a feature that most games don't have. Forza has been famous for it. Some people hate it, some people like it. You can just... But basically what it does is, if you screw up, you can press Y, and it'll rewind you. So it's like a way of undoing a mistake. Because Imagine if you had to repeat this over and over and over and over and over and over again. Oh my god. Until you actually nailed it. That would be inconvenient to say the least. And it's one of the problems that turn people off from racing games. Like, oh, I was doing so well, and then all of a sudden I just hit a car. And then I went from first place to second, to 12th. And I've been doing this for 2 hours, and I'm really annoyed about it, and I don't want to do it again, and all those things. So, right now, I might lose, but whatever. You saw those checkpoints? That's the only time the game cares about whether you're running on a racetrack or if you're going off-road. It doesn't matter until you go through a checkpoint. If you miss it, you give it a countdown, you can press Y, go back, try and hit it, or you have to restart the whole thing. That's the only acknowledgement the game has to fairness. But it's a good kind of unfairness. It benefits you, it doesn't really benefit the AI. It's a good thing to do. The game can be played completely online, and you will be able to do races with your friends, and everything you do in the online world will count towards your single player. So that's really good. The single player is also interesting because it uses a thing called drivatars. Drivatars have been in the game since, I think, Forza 4. I think so. But basically what they are... Oh my god, this is getting intense. Oh, I bit it. Okay. I thought I was going to have to cross his tracks, and that was insane.
Train driver. You're early.
Okay. So, that was fun. Let's look at this, and I'll keep on talking about the other things. Because you'll see how the currencies work. So completing this thing got me credits. I got 8,721. If I had the VIP pass, I would get an even bigger boost to my credits, which weighs a little bit on that. Then we have the finish first. Oh my god, I'm 196 XP short off, but we'll do that on the way to something else. And then we have fans. And look at this. So I got a bunch of fans. I just leveled up the festival, which means that I can expand it. And I'm almost halfway through. Oh my god. Okay. What this will do is it opens up new events, new showcases, and, well, that's what you want, right? To race around the city and do things. So, continuing with the review and we were talking about. The graphics, amazing. The cars, so many of them.
Hey, Renee.
The unlocking system is really good.
This legion of adoring fans and I would like to talk about
yeah, whatever. So now I'm being asked to set a route to the new festival location, which I don't see. No? I'm confused. Set a route to a festival location, but where's the festival location? This is the one thing. Sometimes you can't find the things. Huh? Oh, just a regular festival location. Let's just go there.
We're ready to sign another music station.
This is the music stations. Look at this.
Whatever your ears desire.
So, music stations, let me talk to you about this because it's kind of cool. So you choose the stations you want to begin with. There's a little description, like for example, Pulse has things like Justice and Churches and Years and Years. Base Arena has things like Nero, Skrillex and Diplo and Galantis. The Future Classics is kind of cool, I like it, it's different. It includes things like Flume, Flight Fancies, and Chet Faker. Block Party is a hip-hop based thing, more or less. It's not entirely hip-hop, but it's Run DMC, Beastie Boys, Young MC. It's more like... I can't really say what it is. But it's classics and oldies and stuff like that. Vagrant is like punkish, indie rock kind of thing. So you have Waters... The 1975, The White Lies, and Blink-182. Hospital, which has really extreme music, as you can tell. So it has things like Netsky and Metric and Fred 5 in graphics, or Fred V, I don't know what he is. Epitaph, which is loud and raw music, supposedly. So it's punk, metal, and post-hardcore with Bad Religion, The Offspring, Seosin, and more. timeless classic music. And the interesting one is groove. If you don't want to play with any of this music and you just want to play with whatever you like I don't know, Jonathan Colton or Katy Perry or I don't know, Taylor Swift, whatever. All you have to do is you go into your account, your whatever you used to sign in. You must have a SkyDrive. You go into your SkyDrive, you upload the music there, your MP3 files, and you can plug them in and play the music from there. So that will let you play with whatever kind of music you want. It doesn't have to be in here. But every time you expand the event, you can choose 2 stations to include in your thing. So what I'm going to include is Epitaph, yes.
Epitaph Records Radio.
Okay, let's wait.
Punk, metal, and hardcore for all the girls and boys. I'll sign them up right away.
And then I don't know if the hip hop one. Let's get this one just because. It's like the 80s track list. And now we open the groove music. Oh, there you go. Drive to the music you love in Forza Horizon 3. Try groove music for free. But it's not only that thing. Okay? It's also your own music, right? It's weird, but basically, if you want to use the actual groove music thing, do it. Otherwise, just load your songs and play. Oh, playback error. Shut up. I don't want that. Let's try Vagrant. No. Epitaph. So, now we're gonna go to an event, and I'm gonna try and level up while we're there, so I'm gonna rack up as many skill points as I can. So let's do this. Okay, hello. So see how am I accumulating things from touching people and things. Let me start a convoy so you can see what that is. Oh, there's people in the convoy. Okay, no, you're not convoy person. Okay, so we're going 1 for speed. I'm gonna try and not lose this multiplayer so you can see. It can go really high. I've gotten like 40-something thousand points. It's just this car is not ideal for those things. Okay, there we go. Ooh, double. Let's get a level up. Let me show you. So if I go into progress, I can go into wheel spin, and you have a chance to get like really cool cars like that GTR Black Edition. But the game is super annoying, and I got 45,000 instead of full access. Fine, I'm not angry. I can use that to play whatever I want. So let's continue, let's keep moving. Let's go to the thing. Oh, there's an XP board, as you can see there in front of me in the map. That's an XP board. That is one of the collectibles, and it will get me some coins. Oh, we also got a point. So now you know how it works. So now I have 2. I could use it right now in one of the festival things, or I could use it to buy one of these. But I actually want this one, or maybe this one. These ones are for multiplayer online adventure, which is like King of the Hill or Chase the Flags and stuff like that. I could also go for, where is it? This one. But for that one, I need to open this one. Then I would have to open this one, because this one will open the ones adjacent to it. Okay? I can also just get the horns and then get this one. So there's a little bit of decision making in the game. Oh, stone.
It is safe to do so.
Usually, if something you can't find it, it's under a bridge. So, oh, there it is. It's not under anything. Look, we got it. So there's a lot of collectibles and things to grab and do. You can set your settings to kilometers or miles if you live in the only country that measures things in miles. You know who you are, you say. This is one of the problems. Like, I really want to go get that marker, but I'm gonna go to where I'm supposed to go. The graphics are amazing. We have a dynamic weather system, and it does affect how you race. You get puddles, you get mud, traction is affected. And there's also day cycle. The dark, when it gets dark, like seriously dark. It's difficult to see. It really replicates the feeling of driving in the dark. The camera, I raise like this. I don't know, I'm weird. Oh, there we go. Let's get a convoy. See, For some reason, there they are. They're now joining me. You can see they turn orange. Now, if I do anything like a racing thing, like a skill point thing, it will be worth more. They will up my skill challenge points. So that's a cool thing to do. And the drivatars. I was talking about the drivatars and I forgot to keep talking about them. Drivatars are people, or supposedly people. They're recordings of how you play. The game analyzes like your attitude, like how you deal with cars and stuff. Turns it into like an AI program and uploads it into a server, and you get random ones. Like in this case, Xnuke Pro Racer and Madara Uchiha, or whatever his name is, Uchiha, are friends of mine. They're in my friends list, and they obviously play the game. So it's kind of like playing with them. Convoys also give you this choice to run towards. I should have taken the race, but it's fine. Let's see if we can invoke it again. Convoy, start a race.
Okay, destination set. At the roundabout, take the first exit.
I may have screwed up, but no, we're fine. So it's a little race. You'll get a few points. It's just, you know, for kicks. It gives you something to do while you're racing to one of the festival locations, or if you don't want to do a particularly hard race. You can also challenge the drivatars you find driving around. It will tell you if they're hard, easy, or normal. It usually translates into their car is too fast for you. So, but obviously the points you get, the credits are going to be higher, which makes it really nice for you. Of course, if you lose, you don't lose anything, so go ahead and do it. Oh god, the train. Drivatars, I don't particularly detect personalities yet, but it may be just because it's still being populated and the game is learning what people are like. So look at that, I just got 2,684 credits just for going somewhere I already was going to. And I got some XP, so that's actually good. I didn't get any fans though. Now let's do a turn. Everything in this game, oh god, counts as a skill thing. So do a U-turn, skill point. Go fast, skill point. Break a record in one of these things that I'm gonna do right now, skill point. It keeps the progression going in a way that doesn't feel like work, but it's also challenging and fun. So look, I can challenge him for a race, and that was a medium. That was another challenge. I'm supposed to beat that with 59 more kilometers. This is not the ideal car for this. This is one of the starter cars, so it's gonna be slow. We're gonna go now to the destination, the challenge festival, and we'll expand it. The festival is where you do like most of your stuff. You can change cars, tune them, paint them, and we're gonna look at that immediately now. So let's keep moving. Also, when you start a game, you get to choose whether you want to start in the outback, you want to start in the city, or what you're gonna do. It's kind of cool that you're given this much choice. It means that if you don't fancy off-road, well, you don't go to the outback. If you fancy it, well, go ahead, knock yourself out. Well, let's look at this. We're gonna expand. I don't know what's.
You have arrived at
oh, there we go.
destination.
Well, it's just a little cutscene, but what is important is what's gonna happen afterwards. Let's see. Story-wise, we just got enough fans that we need to make the space bigger.
With the pyrotechnics guy.
Look at that.
He said, in his opinion, our stage 3 plans were a bit excessive. I didn't have the heart to tell him about stage 4.
Okay, so just a quick cultural thing. If a British person tells you something excessive, they mean it's absolutely excessive. Every time you level, you get a new car. So now I get a choice between this Cadillac, this Chevrolet Camaro, this Chevrolet Corvette, the Hellcat, oh god, the Viper, or the GTS. But everybody knows what car you're supposed to pick. And it's between two. It's either the Camaro or the Viper. And that's an S1, and this is an A, and I need an S1. So I like the Viper. So that's a free car for you every time you level up. When you buy a car, you get the choice of buying liveries for it. It shows you the popularity, meaning how many people downloaded it and are actually using it. But you don't have to If you don't want your car to look like a Hot Wheels, that was courage. You can choose to just go with the colors, and if it's not your particular brand of garage, you can also do that. This one I like. I'm gonna follow this guy. So what does that do? It lets you know when he does things, so you can signs. Let's go back to that one. This one. But first, let me show you the colors. So you have the basic manufacturer colors. Look at this. Isn't this nice? I kind of like the green one. There's also normal colors. If you want to make it baby poop green, there you go. That's your choice. Now you can also go into special colors like this very nice matte color. You see? Or let's go back. Look at the other ones. This one has sparkles in it. Then we have this thing. Actually, I like it like this. That's actually cool. Or you can make them the same in matte or gloss or super gloss. So you can get them in all these versions. Look at this thing. It's hideous. You can get carbon fiber, Kevlar, camo, many types of camo, many types of metallic. Let me put it in an angle where you can see it. Metallic finishes in different metals, colors. Then you get wood. For some reason, you want your car to look like a cabinet from the 70s, but hey, more power to you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this one. Yeah, this one. Now that we have the car, I can get in it. Oh no. It's actually not free. It's just discounted. Yeah. It's fine. The first ones were free. This one was just discounted. That's not cool. It's fine. I have enough money that I don't care about it. It also is going to let me show you some stuff. So now we're going to move into customization. Hello? Okay. Customization can be done from here if you want. This is the Forza Vista mode. You can take pictures of the car. You can customize your license plate, as you can see here. You can open all the doors in the car, like that. You can close them. You can turn on the lights if you want. It just lets you look around the car, kick the tires, you know. So here, oh god, no. This thing lets me change the wing. So do I want to remove it or do I want this one? Obviously, changing that changes the balance of the car in ways that you might not like. Roll bars if you want it to be more stable. These ones actually I am placing. Okay. Now, yes, install the setup. It's gonna cost me 1,900. That's fine. That's not a big problem. But it's one of those trade-offs that you need in the game. Okay. Let's see. Where's the wheels? Okay. So you can change. You can paint the hood, paint the mirrors, paint the wing, paint the rims if you don't like them black, for example. You could choose special colors too. Look at this. So you can make the most garish car possible if you want. If that's your thing. See? Look at that, wood. Because of course, that's gonna make sense. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the same thing. It has, yeah, why not? Let's use this. Okay, you can tint the windows too with like, you know. You can kind of sort of see it. Okay, there we go. You can see it there. See? So you can do that if you want, but I'm not going to tint the windows. Save to current car, yes. You can save your designs and sell them, so people can use them, and that gets you credits. I don't think they have to pay for your designs, but they will be credited to you. So if you want to be a designer, you can do that. It's kind of fun. It just takes a lot of work that I'm not willing to. So you can customize the tire compound, the springs and dampeners, the width of the tires, the style of the rim, and the size of the rims. So if you want even thinner tires, you can do that, or thicker ones. It all affects performance in one way or another. Okay? What is this one? Oh, the body kit. You can change the body kit, for example, include this thing. It's going to change how it behaves again. What is this? The roll cage, whatever. So, there's also this. Let me show you. You can get into the car. Wait, what? Go in. Once you're in, you can close the door. Okay, there we go. So now we can beep the horn. There's different kinds. If you want new ones, like the musical ones, like... Yes, I don't know why you would want that, but you can do that. And then there's like the... and things like that. These ones are open through skill points, so I don't recommend using your skill points for this. However, the game also gives you this option. Purchase it. Don't do it. Please don't. Nobody needs a horn that bad. And you can look around the car. It's pretty cool. So you can turn it on. You get to listen to that beautiful sound. And now you can drive. And because I screwed it up, you get to watch that little animation again. So now we're getting in the car. But we're gonna go back into the festival. I'm gonna explain a little bit more of the...
Looks like this whole place is ground. What are you waiting for?
See, now I have all those events open. I could raise this alone with someone that's got more stuff. Okay? So, basically, to a point of interest. Let's see what's here, close, nearby. So this is a PR. Could be anything from drifting to racing. This is a tramline sprint, so you have I guess. It's an exhibition race. An undiscovered route. There's many events here. As you can see, this one I get 314 to get the third point, and I'll get more fans, 1,000 of them. The great ones are done. Beauty spots are like you can just park and they tell you a little story about them and they look pretty. This is a drift zone, so it means that you have to go into that zone and get as many points. 50,000 for the 3 stars. Okay? But for now, it asks me to do it. Let's do a pier stunt so you have an idea what it is. First, let me go back.
You were doing these street races. You got another in. I won't dob you in on one condition. I want you to wipe the floor.
These races, story-wise, they're supposed to be illegal. They get you, but eventually I'll open this thing, which I'm curious about. I don't know what it is, but we'll see. And this, okay, this is list, and this is someone in yellow. This means it's a person, and I can add them to my list of racers. I'll explain that in a bit. First, let's go into the festival again, and we're going to take care of all the options in the festival, so you can see them all real fast. I need in-depth explanation. Horizon recommends is just what cars the game thinks you would like. Trending is which cars are popular. Upgrade heroes are cars that you can like do a lot of upgrades. DLC cars is self-explanatory. The sales are going to be like some kind of social media thing that they're going to be doing. The garage, you can get upgrades for your cars. You can see cars you own. Like for example, in this case, these are my cars. I get it quite a stable. License plates means change your license plate. That's not a big deal. You can change your horn. So everything I showed you, you can do from here. Tuning, where you can change every single little bit of the car. But if you don't know what, there's an option. Barn finds, which is the secret cars. I'm still waiting for this one to finish. Okay. I could pay him 2,000 points. Why would I? Paint. So here I can paint my car. Find new designs for the car I have. So I could say, oh, I want this one, or oh, I want this one, or whatever. Oh, sorry. I can download it. I cannot download it. I can look at it, save it, put it in my car, or just keep it. So it's saving it and putting it to my car. No. I was happy with my car. Okay, so that's a way of getting libraries on your car. If you don't like what happened, you can go back to the site and you can go to my design and you can find, see? So even if you screw up like I did, you can turn time back and get what you want. Also from here, what you can do is you can select it and then you can share it. And you can just put it as classic throwback scene, character scary, humorous drift. So it's just the original one. Description, nah, it doesn't really need one. And then you share it, and if people find it, like it, and take it, you're gonna get credit for that. The ones with locks on them are not mine, obviously, so I can't share them. I have these ones that I've done. Okay, so you can groups which like decals, or you can like deal with them. You can apply them, so you can go here, apply vinyl shape, like shape, then you can move it whatever you want. You could also get pre-made ones. So a vinyl group could be something like this, but like for a brand you like or something else. Your own personal logo or whatever. And there's several layers you can put it on. You have 3,000 layers that you can use. So yeah, designs can get super, super, super complex. Okay? Choose your car. This is just telling you like a little. So that's designs and paint. Barn finds. The auction house we already talked about, and we already talked about the. So we shall continue now. This is our new car, and I'm gonna show you a PR stunt. PR stunts are things like jump a barn, drift, do this, do that. They're interesting little distractions. They'll get you fans, which will get you more races, more events, and get you closer to finishing the game, I guess you could say. So let's go into one. And let's see. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. It's not an event that you trigger. This is basically... That one in particular is Dangerous Joe. And my car is ready. Cars obviously have different handling types. This car is not made for grass. So you have to treat it with like super, like extra care because it does not like dirt at all. So now we're gonna do this. We're gonna run, and we're gonna jump. And look at this. And we landed. And now we're gonna grade it, and we'll see what it was. So we got 1 star. So that only earned us 7,000 something. But it's getting us closer to things. Oh, look at that. What is that? Do you see it? I see it. Look, we just count. Let's grab it. So how do you do this? Well, the best option is go further back and make sure you drive straight. You can always tune a car or download a tuning that will be more suited to this thing. Like something with really high acceleration would be better than really high top speed because there's not that much of a place to run. So let's see, we're much more speed, 157 kilometers per hour. And look at that, now we've landed. That's a new, should be. And we only got 2 stars. Yeah, that happened. We're accumulating. Okay, let's go into the pause menu. Explanation. This is the entirety of the world. It's divided into like several areas. This is the outback. This is a jungle. Rainforest, as you can see. This is like farmland. This is the city and the mountain. And each one has different characteristics, okay? And this is the coast. This is like a little beach, and it's... Okay, let's pull back. Settings. You have so many things. Difficulty, HUD, and gameplay controls. You can set up everything you can think, like where's the camera, what the map is, what the lap times and positions are, like if you can see them or not, the wrong way warnings, the name of the cars, the speedometer, whether you want it analog or digital, the units, or you want it metric or what. You want to see ghosts, you want to see skills, you want to see notifications, you want to see the drive avatar designs. If you don't want to run into like a lot of anime girls, you might want to turn this off. Who can join you when you're in your career? Who can play your crossplay? Give me a second. Okay. Crossplay means you can play with people on the PC. So if you have a friend that has it on PC, you can play. Times for all platforms, things like that. Credits, character select. This is cool. Look at this. You can choose your portrait. There's a lot of races and skin tones and everything, so it's safer to find some. And this is why the character is calling me Rene, even though the game thinks that Rene is a female name. It's not, but whatever. You can get a lot of them. You can get nicknames, whatever you want. In the controls one, it's really interesting because there's like for this, there's also for wheels, and there's also this. This is extreme control of every single way the game behaves. It's really useful if you're using a wheel. So that's difficulty. The Forza Hub is an app. If you have it and you use it every month, you will get an amount of credit and how high you are in its arbitrary ranking system. Photo mode lets you take pictures. Drone mode lets you detach the camera from the car. You can fly around and look at things. Find anything you find in drone mode will to your car, to your map. Online adventure, which is just a series of races, just goes like, now we're gonna do this, now we're gonna do this, now we're gonna do this. It's like an old school car racing game, like no open world whatsoever. Social, we have the online adventure, we have online free roam, people running around. They can set up events, you can decide to join or not and play with them. Co-op campaign online, which means you can join people that you don't know and do the campaign, or private session where you can do all those things but only with your friends. That's really cool. Message center, will you get notified about rewards, DLC, gifts you've been given, action house situations, club invites, and that. Community news, there's nothing yet, but you know. Cars, we've seen this, go to that, tune the car. When you're tuning the car, oh, this is a basic thing. Okay, never mind. Auction alerts, my cars, all these things. Rivals are like people you can challenge, and there's different kinds of challenges. The game recommends some of them. You can say, run this thing, and then you can choose. I want to use this car, and then you can choose the performance of your car. So let's say this one. And it's gonna give you an event where you're gonna race against people and try to beat their record. Okay? Now I kinda screwed up, but it's okay. The one negative I can find is that the loading times take forever. It's not recore loading times bad, but it is bad. And just so you know, I am running this on on a solid state drive. This is not even like a regular one. So let's start the rivals event so you can see what it's like. So basically, you're racing against a ghost, and you have to set up a time that's 16 minutes 48. So that's not even real, is it? This is not that long. I'm already at 2%. So obviously, the first time you race it, you get given a very low target. And as you keep going, it gets higher and higher and higher because you're facing people that are faster and faster. So this is more like a calibration event. Gives you like forever to get it in that way. When you get it, you'll see. Also, you can see the weather. Well, it's not the weather. The time of the day. It's night. It's getting dark. And if we go into the forest, it's gonna get impossible to see. Which is kind of cool. But it's also difficult to drive. So overall, my impressions of the game are that it's absolutely worth it if you like racing games, if you like things like Need for Speed, or even simulation games like GT or Forza Motorsport. get it. Get it. It's a very good game. It's really fun. It has personality in spades. It's the right amount of arcadey, but you can make it more simulation-like if you wish. The cars are good. It's varied. The value, it's questionable for some of the things in terms of DLC. I would recommend you just get the base game and then you can decide. But in general, it's not worth it to get all the packs and everything. Unless there's something you really want, or you're planning on playing this game forever. Then go ahead. In terms of graphics, the graphics are amazing. There's a little bit of blockiness, but it's to be expected in such a big world. But overall, you can get some very beautiful effects. There's some post-processing going when you do your screenshots. Like, your car won't look like that when you're running, but it will look like that in the screenshots. The music is good, it's entertaining, it's a good selection, but if you want, you can just add your own selection, which is a very big plus. In terms of negatives, well, some of the challenges that you need to do, like the bucket list challenges, might not suit your driving style, and you're gonna be stuck not having that completed. So either you get good or you don't get it. And well, fine, yes, you should be striving to better yourself in terms of your racing skills. Some people just can't do drifting. And that's one of the complaints that you will see mostly repeated in the game. In forums and YouTube videos and all that. It's like, I don't like this kind of event. Why am I being forced to do it if I want to have everything? But it's a small complaint. Customization is amazingly varied. You can change anything from the color of the car, the shape of the rims, the way your car reacts under pressure. There's a weather system. You get rain, you get fog, you get sunny, you get after rain, you get mud, you get water dynamics, hydroplaning, all those kind of things that matter to people that like to race. And there's a very healthy online system that gives you enough freedom without being pointless. So you can run around like in GTA, you can set up races and events, you can choose a career mode where everything you do counts for the game, for the progress of your single player game. See, this is a calibration event, so now I'm gonna collect my reward. And, well, I'll continue talking. Overall, this is a buy. I would recommend you get the game. Go ahead and just do it. Now, I'm gonna keep talking about a lot of the things that happen in the game. For all of you that want a little bit more detail in your reviews, that this thing has already... It's already long enough as it is, but I will do it. Now I got a choice to do it again, but more credits, but no, I'm fine right now. I'm fine. So that's the rival system, which is a offline, online part of the thing. If you don't like racing as like actual people because you get like jittery or stressed out, Rivals is a good option. Yeah. Let's continue with the start menus. So clubs have not been open to me yet, so that's one thing I can't help. Rivals, we've seen community. You can get the paints from other people. You can get tuning. What I want to show you. Let's say you want to tune your car, but you're not really good at it. Look at this one. So you can see what it had, how it's changing, how it's gonna go up in performance. See? The displacement's lower in this car, but look at this one. But sometimes, like, these ones are X and this one's S2. So this is, in theory, a better tuning setup. I don't know. It all depends on you. Don't go just by the numbers. Drive things. It doesn't cost you, so... You can see the popularity of the tunings too, so you can be like, oh, this one's good. And it actually sort of is. Yeah, this is a pretty good one. So let's say we go on this one. You can download it and save it and install it later, or you can install it. But it depends on a lot of things. Like, look at this. I need 122,750 credits to get it. Say I want it, and I don't want to be like hunting for it forever. I can just do this and save it. and it'll be there, and when I need it, it's available to me. I can look at photos that people have done. I can look at the vinyls. I can see what I'm selling. Oh, well, my followed players. I can click on him, see what he's doing. I can see my... There you go.
Players will come here to check out your work.
So I have a design shared, which is this one. And there's a photo I've shared, which is this one. Okay, you can see my review of the photo and drone modes in my last Forza video if you want. The progress thing tracks everything. My drivatars, this is people I've been running with. Johnny Rock is a monster, as you can see. Every time he wins in my races, he sends money to his guy. And he helps me earn credits. This is my brother, this is some friend, this is a guy that just came into that was my first suggestion. You will have to decide who you keep as you keep finding more drivatars. Your stats and achievement tracking, Horizon promos, bucket list challenges that are not open yet, and the wheel spins, the skill shop, and the marketplace. Now we're gonna do a bucket list and then we're gonna end this. So this is burst through the rainforest real nomad. Let's do that. Okay, let's see. How far is this? 12 kilometers! Jesus Christ. This is gonna be far. When you're setting up races, that's another thing. You can decide if you want rain or not. You can decide if you want fog, if you want post-rain. Look at how this festival changed and expanded to both sides of the street now. It's taking over things, which is cool. Now we're gonna try and beat this thing, because it's probably gonna be doable with this car. Oh, no, it was a speed trap, so I screwed up. It's supposed to be the other way around. It's fine. This car is fast. So, we're gonna keep on going and see what we can trigger. This car handles really well. Now we have to beat this thing in the speed zone, like keep as much speed as possible. It's an average, so even if you crash, if your car is fast enough, it should be enough. Ooh! Ooh! Okay, there we go. Brakes are really good in this car. I need 12 more kilometers. If I hadn't crashed, I would have gone in it. There's an event here. This is how you trigger them. You just stand here and press X and you can run. But we're gonna do that other thing. Now we have fireworks. That's one of the things. Like every time you expand the festival, new things start happening. In this case, we now have fireworks. We didn't have those before.
Turn left.
So you can see that the world is alive. It's a very lively place. Oh god, we're going into the water in the sand, and this is gonna be bad for my car. But okay. The environments are incredibly varied. Oh god. This is more suited to the aerial nomad than it is with this thing. There's many hidden systems I don't entirely understand. One of them is the tuning system. I'm not a tuner person, but the game lets me just inherit from things. You can also upgrade a car if you want it to go from A to S1. You can do it on your own by buying all the parts, or you can tell the system. Actually, let me show you that. In cars, if you go into tune, no, where is it? Never mind. I would have to go to the auto show, but basically you can just buy wings, the tires, all those things, and they can upgrade the car little by little. There's even body kits for sending cars, and those let you like get more traction or be faster, things like that, you know. Now, this is a very long drive, to be honest, and I'm kind of getting bored of driving. But I haven't opened the proper fast travel option, which now that I realize it was a mistake, because this would have helped in the review. But it's okay. You get to see what racing at night is like. Oh god.
Turn around when it is
Ooh.
safe to do so.
Made a mistake. Let's go up. I got confused when she said keep right. I kept left. See, cars behave differently. Depending on the car, the handling is absolutely different. And cars that are suited for off-road are slower on normal tracks, but they will leave one of these cars in the dust. It's not realistic enough that you will continually wipe out. Well, you will, but it can be fixed. Also, the game has adjustable difficulties if you want that, which lets you do like things like reduce the driving aids like ABS and traction control or the racing line. I have my racing line set to just the corners when it's like too fast and they need to slow down. But you can set it up to be full or nothing at all. And you're on your own when you're trying to race. That is one of the reasons I like Forza, because it's friendly enough that I don't have to get a degree in engineering to race like in GT. Whereas in GT you have to know every single aspect of your car or you won't win. And that's not fun in my opinion. Like, I can make this as pro and sweaty as I want or as casual as I want. So, in my case, what I want to do is... Wait, what? Oh, it sent me to something already done. Okay. I'll show you anyways, just so you can see what a bucket challenge is like. So once you're in a bucket challenge event, it gives you a target. In this case, it's time. And it gives you a card that you have to use. So if you don't like it, that's a problem. Also, even when you're driving, you can have this camera, or you can have the more like arcadey version. Some people love this one, some people like this one. I don't like this one, but I know people like it. I like the one where I can see my car. But, you know, to each their own. Let's go try and run like this so you can see the detail. Like, the shifts actually happen in the game. Like, the character is shifting. As you can see, this is after rain, so it's gonna be a little bit muddy here. And difficult. You can check your rear view mirror. It's real time. You will see cars approaching you and things. It's not gonna be just like a random thing. Way of keeping track of where your challengers are. Let's keep going. Let's see. Oh god! It wanted me to go into the trees. Okay. This was not expected, but it's fine. So now we're going across. Jesus Christ. Look at that, the water, when it rains you also get droplets. And they move, and you can see the damage in the car. In my case it's just cosmetic, but you could actually absolutely wreck your car. And lose like traction, or lose the direction, and then you can't turn, and things like that. The options are there if you want to make it a pure sim. I prefer it as arcadey, but not entirely arcadey. There's even a drive assist that will effectively make the car drive itself. If you're like someone that likes cars but can't drive them in the game, please activate that. It'll make your life way easier. You won't be wiping out so much. It'll help you with some of the things that like we learn eventually when we turn it off. Obviously that has a consequence in that your credits will be diminished. Every assist reduces the amount of credits you can get. But the game is smart and does it the other way. You get a bonus for activating aids, not a penalty for activating them. I mean, it's the same thing, it's just the wording that matters. It makes it seem less hostile to the player. And that's one of the things. This game is accessible, but it can be as demanding as any other sim. That is something you should keep in account, because some people are like, oh no, Forza games are for the baby version of Forza Horizon 6. But no, they're not. They're actually pretty good games in their own right. And they're different, the feeling is different. And I like both. I actually own both and I enjoy playing both, but if I want to chill, this is a better game for that. Forza 6, it requires my full attention. Not that that's bad, but it's not always what I want. And so, you have seen pretty much everything in the game that I can show you right now. Oh god, I made a mistake. Yeah, I made a big mistake. See, the game doesn't like constrict me to the actual track. I can just do this and screw it up. Oh my god. There we go. And I got to my destination. And that's a bucket challenge. It gives you rewards, it gives you credits, it gives you fans, it gives you everything. Obviously, it's less than you would get actually leveled. Look at that. So we're gonna get another wheel spin. We have a chance to get a Jaguar or some other cars. Like, it's not always just that. It's just... Ugh. Fine. Be like... Okay. I don't know what happened. My controller said it was disconnected. You saw the final part of the thing I wanted to show you, so... Anyways, this was my review of Forza Horizon 3. I'm gonna be uploading 2 versions of it, the very small abridged version and the expanded version. Final words on it, get it, it's good. Okay? Has some kinks, but it's not nothing that can't be fixed. And even if they're not fixed, it doesn't really matter. Buy the game, it's good, have fun. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.